Hello, Ria. You have just got your result, 12th
Yes, ma'am.
result, and yes, you do have a few regrets. Yes, you definitely have a few regrets. So,
Yeah,
uh, and your success also, I'm very proud of you. And you have worked, though you should have worked a little bit more, but yes, you are happy. Maybe not that 100% happy, but 80% happy. You have some regrets. So you can tell me, or you can guide others also, and you know, uh, so that they don't fall back in whatever problems you had. Like the regrets you have may not be the regrets of someone else. So you tell me, what are
yeah,
your regrets first?
yeah. I think overall, as I'd say, I'm fine. I'm fine with the result that I got, but there are, of course, a few regrets that I hold. I think a major one would be that I found it's majorly what to do with weakness and strengths. Is that I was able to find my weakness pretty late into 12th grade, and that was something wrong that I did. I acted upon making the weakness a strength very late. So what ended up happening was I was too late, and the weakness did become a fear. And to bring myself back and get myself back to think that, okay, you know what, I can still overcome it, was pretty tough. And I think that showed quite a bit. As much as I tried to cover it up, it was there. But I think one advice that I'd give anybody, and something that I have learned, is that don't give it too much of a gap, or don't be too late to recognize your weaknesses, and don't be too late to turn it into a strength and work on that. Never let it become a fear, because that is what will, I think, at the end of the day, pull you down.
Okay. Priya, coming back to, something in which you have said, like during your 12th standard board exams, you tend to realize that, okay, you have not understood a few things from school, be it any subject, not only chemistry, be it any subject. When do you come to realize that you need external help? And 3 months, after 6 months, when do you think you should have, maybe you realized after 6 months? So when do you
Right.
actually advise students to actually realize that, okay, I'm not understanding and it's time to act? When is that time?
I think you have to start working on yourself as soon as 12th grade starts. Don't give it a gap. What a lot of us do is that, because we see how easy 11th grade is for us, we give it a gap. You know what, summer school just happened, I have this holiday, I'm not going to work. I think that's when you should start practicing. And when you can't solve questions and you can't understand it by yourself, that's when you should seek for help, not wait for some exam or some test to happen in your school and see that you're failing, because that is a great alarm, that is true, but it's also very demotivating to see yourself fail like that. So I think, to save yourself from that, I think you have to see it at the earliest, where you just can't understand questions and you're struggling to finish a chapter, and you just think reading it will never help. And I think that when you start thinking that only reading it will help, that's when you're wrong, and that's when you have to know that you have to change. At least this is for 12th grade, that's for sure. It took me a long time to navigate how to study science in 12th grade, because it's much more different than ICSE and 10th grade ICSE.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that means, you had waited for a warning bell, which you want to tell others,
Yeah,
don't
I
wait.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I saved myself, but I could have saved myself much better if I just.
yes.
Yeah, there was improvement there, but there could have been a lot more improvement.
Yes, yes. So we are
Yeah.
speaking about your regrets. That is what, maybe you wanted the 90s, which did not happen. So yes,
Right.
what could have happened when, if you would have worked for the 90s? You definitely worked, but it was
I
probably,
did, but I started too late for it. Yeah.
yes, yes. So that should be an eye opener through you, that you cannot take a hell lot of a time to decide, yes, I need help. Act upon it straight away. Am I right?
Yes. Yeah. Of course, for sure.
uh, like okay, your board results are out and you need to exactly go ahead, surge ahead with your uh, you know with your life, with your further studies. So what have you decided, what do you want to do exactly after your 12th? I mean, did you decide it during your 12th, in your 11th, in your 10th? That is a big question I have for all students. When did you take that decision?
Yeah, I think for me, it's actually a pretty interesting story. So it's like the basic interest started back really young. I was like in fifth, and I'm into geophysics, and about movements of the earth, things that happen due to solar waves, tectonic plates, and more of that. So natural disasters is something that I'm into. So what happened, I was in fifth and I was in an earthquake. So my dad like made me understand what an earthquake is and like made me, understand more about it. And I think that's where my interest began. But understanding the depth and how I could reach that level and go into the research of it was something that I got a clarity in like 11th or 12th. So that's when I think 12th beginning is when I understood that I have to stay in India for my bachelor's, and I will be pursuing either geography, geoinformatics, or physics here. And post graduation, I'll be doing geophysics abroad. So that's what I began to aim for. So I was going for BSc physics or BSc geoinformatics, which will be a 4 year course. I'd do a major in that. So right now I did apply to Amity, Bangor University, and VIT, the BSc course for it. So Amity, so I got accepted into Amity and Bangor University. I was yet to hear back from VIT. So VIT gave me the BSc physics course, and Bangor University and Amity gave me geoinformatics and geography. So I think B was the clear choice because it's ISRO integrated and it's geography and geoinformatics. And if anyone's looking to get into that, I think Bangor University is a very good choice because having ISRO integrated into your university and having ISRO labs conduct your projects is a big credibility score that you get on
Wow,
your bachelor's degree.
that's so
Yeah.
much
So
information. Like, please share a little bit of details to me. Like, how do you get admitted to your course that you have decided?
yeah, so for Bangor University, actually, because it's a very new course, it started last year when ISRO began this thing.
Hmm.
So for right now, they'll put it into the CET next year. But for right now, they are depending on your board marks. So as long as you're getting the higher your percentage, the higher your chances of getting the seat there.
Okay.
But right now the applications are still open and everything. So 60% is the minimum that you can get, which
Oh,
is a pretty good thing. And there are about 30 to 50 seats that are there.
yeah. I should say you're very lucky you've got your chosen subject in your chosen place. You,
That is, I'm truly grateful. The thing is, I got this. I mean, I didn't. So the last processes are to be done for Bangor University, but we went to the place yesterday and got the confirmations done. So hopefully, final processes go through and I can get in. But Amity is confirmed. Yeah, I
nice.
have to hear back from VIT.
Okay.
Yeah,
So, I mean, you are set. You are set.
I'd like to see so. Yeah,
Yes.
long journey, we made it. I think.
Yes, good. And what about these online classes that you had joined for online classes? So how do you grade them? Like, would it have been better if you would have joined offline classes, or you have some regrets?
I think personally, there have been so many online classes over the past 3 years, and like school and like different like physics tuitions and everything. But when it comes to your classes, though, I think they were actually really good, like compared for online classes. I have never paid as much as attention as I like for any other online class as much as I have for yours. And the fact that it's chemistry and it's not like a subject that I really love. So the fact that I was paying so much attention and it was very grasping and like I think the all the syllabus was put so well. Like it didn't feel like there was much syllabus, but like everything was getting covered. I think one day, I think it was in a week span, you completed 2 chapters, and I just sat by myself. I was like, did I just finish 2 chapters and understand what she even said in like a week? I was just sitting there. I was like, wow, did I understand logic? That's amazing. But yeah, I think, of course, offline would have been better,
Yeah.
and because for obvious reasons, we're all used to offline. And yeah, but I'm not saying that online was any worse. I think this is the best I've gotten. So it's pretty great online too.
So that means, yes, it's not so bad after all. Let's grade it that way. It's
Yes.
not so bad after all.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Okay, now why don't you have shared your success stories? Like, see, what my main thing is that in your 12th standard, were you only focusing on your board exam prep, and because you have not into entrance exams and all that. So was it only board exam prep, or you have done something else to upgrade yourself? I'm just so inquisitive to know, like, have you done some other courses? Were you able to, do something else besides your school curriculum, or no?
I I mean, not totally, because in the beginning, I was actually not well for quite a bit. So I was recovering for a really long time. So that came in quite the way. Extracurricular wise, I think I tried to like perform at school, go for dances, competitions, wherever I got an opportunity. But the thing was, at school, the more I did extracurriculars, the more I was missing out on syllabus and studies, because DPS is kind of unorganized when it comes to that. If you're doing extracurriculars, you're going to miss out on classes. So I did a few extracurriculars. I had to a lot of events in school, and I went for competitions, but I had to back out for a few if I had to like focus. And by then, yeah, I think boards is what I began to focus on. But again, the tuitions that I used to go for and the worksheets that I saw were like JE level. So it was like, that's the type of training that I was getting for a while. So it was kind of tough to like figure out how I'm supposed to be studying and how I'm supposed to be handling, given that I'm still recovering and extracurriculars and everything.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
So, I'm very inquisitive to know that is it possible for someone to say you love to dance or you love to sing? So, is it possible to continue that in your 12th standard also or no? What do you advise? A total no or yes, you can, or you'll miss out something?
I think it honestly depends from person to person, because everyone has a different capability and a different standards of approach. So if you're, I mean, I'm not the smartest person. I know 10,000 people that are like much smarter than me. They're able to handle it. They cannot sit in class and still study by themselves. I'm a person who needs classes and understand concepts. I can't sit at home by myself and study. If you're able to do that, then you're able to handle your extracurriculars where you're missing out on classes. So it's basically your capacity and how you're able to balance it. But I think what strength lies here is that the sooner you find out your capabilities and your like balance where you can balance it out, the more things you can do.
That's
Yeah. To be very honest, not all teachers' methods sit right with you, and especially in 12th, you need to get all your logics and methods correct. And of course, we all had our difficulties. So having that games period was where you could, sort yourself out what you've done through the week. So I think that's what I would do. Like, Wednesday is the day I figure out what I've done in this week and like, absorb like these are the chapters that I studied. This is the homework that I have. I think that's how it would be used.
okay.
The game.
So
Yeah.
that means you've utilized the game spirit for actually not games.
Yeah. We've come down to that.
It is wow. That's so
Yeah.
that's really cool. That's very nice also. Uh, any word of advice that you would like to give the 12th standard students, who are going to appear the exam? One
Yeah,
final
don't take things lightly. That's all. Like generally don't take things lightly. If you find it's not as easy as 11th, and I think their 11th was much tougher than ours because ours was online and theirs was offline. But 11th is comparatively still gonna be easier than 12th. Yeah, you still have, I think what you have to focus is what I said, finding the balance, knowing your weaknesses and strengths, and not letting yourself fall down, because school will be really harsh on you, and like the exams and the correction will be so tough, you will be demotivated a lot. And the only thing you need to know, no, it's genuinely sad. Like we've all lost hope in the middle. And like it's been really tough. So for you to like pick yourself up and be like, you know what, it's only school, I'll do much better in boards, has been a tough journey for all of us. I think if you ask any of the 12th graders, they'll say the same. So don't ever get demotivated. It's literally a test throughout. It's when boards is what really matters. Just use these as fuel, not as something to give up. Yeah, that's I think what I would say.
well said. Very good.
Yeah.
Ria, thank you so much with those very, very, golden words, I can say, golden words of yours. And definitely you'll get registered for someone or the other in some corner, who is sitting and watching this.
Okay.
Okay, so we just have Sia also with us. She will be speaking to us, but Ria, your words were really inspiring. And I really loved chatting with you. Thank you so much, Ria, for being a part
Okay, ma'am.
my group. Thank you so much, Ria.
Thank you, ma'am. Oh, mine. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So, Sia, your 95, wow, a whipping score. Wow, what did you do? You slept for 2 years or 1 year? You tell me.
For 1 year, for 1 year.
Why not 2 years? Why did you neglect your 11th? My goodness.
11th grade, after 10th grade, I felt like I've achieved something. And then after that, I was like, it's not needed to put in effort because exams were online and Alan was too much to take. It was very hectic because I joined Alan in 11th grade, and me myself motivating myself to get up and like sit for 5 hours straight session was really difficult. And then once backlog started coming up, I just decided not to do that much.
Okay, so you had come out of Allen and got, you wanted to get motivated and work.
Yeah, 12th grade was like a fresh start because school started, and then I got out of Allen. I went to different tuitions. It was like a fresh start again because I did everything from the basics to get 12th grade and then moved on.
Okay, so what do you think that portion which you missed out, was it affecting the basics of your 12th standard also? Was it affecting the portion of your 12th standard also?
A little bit,
Little bit. How much do you grade it? 10%, 20%?
20%.
Okay, okay. So that means,
Like at least organic, if me not knowing what IUPAC is or anything in 12th grade and then trying to go to 11, do all of it again and then understand 12th.
okay. So that means I should say that it is not much of an, not much of a bad effect it had on you.
Yeah, I didn't.
Okay, okay, good. So that is very motivating for, so the students who have not actually understood.
Because usually science students don't go out that much or be out with friends. Like it's all about studying in 11th and 12th. But I've enjoyed my 11th and 12th a lot, like a lot compared to most science students. And I ended up scoring okay. So I'm glad with how I did.
Okay. So, so it will be a little motivating for those students, who have not actually done their 11th to that good an extent. So yes,
Yeah.
that means you need not feel scared if your 11th is not that.
It's not about not that. I knew nothing. I knew nothing in 11th grade.
Oh my God. So that
So
means
I
you
have
had to.
somehow passed 11th grade and come to 12th. Like
Okay,
just passed.
okay. So that means, you had to work double for your 12th.
Yeah,
Yes.
it
So
wasn't that
that
hard.
you
I
got to
think just
admit.
consistently be there, not like 1 month before I'll put in everything and do. If you consistently do everything in 12th, it'll be okay.
Okay, okay. So you
What I
have to be
feel.
very regular in your studies.
Yeah, even if it's 2 hours a day.
Okay. So that is a good piece of advice that you have given, that yes, at least 2 hours self-study, you mean to say, besides
Yeah,
your
that.
tuition and besides your school.
But in 11th grade, it was like, I don't know what's happening in school, what's happening in tuition, chapter names, nothing. And then if you have like, okay, this is going on in class, I have to catch up till here, do this much. If you have that mindset also, it's good.
Good. So mindset does half your work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like if
So,
you're ready to catch up and ready to actually put in the effort to score something here or there, then you'll get there.
okay. So was it only study, study, study in 12th standard? No, you enjoyed also.
Yeah,
Good.
I had Invictus where I put in like 15 days of just organizing in school, time pass in school, and then dance competitions and all of that. And then I went out with my friends also. But then last around December, you have to stop all of that. Then it's 3 months focus on boards when once pre-boards start.
Okay. So
Your FT cycle started, so I have to concentrate on those two.
yes, yes. So you're a good dancer also. So you
Yeah.
continued your dance sessions in your 12th standard, or you slowed down?
I continued till November.
Okay, okay.
Once after midterms, I stopped.
So was it like a stress buster,
It was
or you
because
were passionate about it, that is why you went ahead?
it was a combination of both. Like I go and I feel like okay, relaxed, and I like doing it too.
Okay, so you come back lighter and you feel like
Nice.
yeah, you getting back to work once again. Oh, that's nice.
And with like parents also, you can't really go and hang out with your friends all the time that much. But dance is something they would still let me do, so it was a nice fallback.
Good, good, good. That means, yes, you can carry on with your passion, provided you, you come back and say, I'm not tired, but yes, I'm refreshed and I can go on, isn't it?
Yeah. But it can't be a lot. Like mine was also like 2 hours, no, 4 hours a week.
Okay. And now let's come back to the curriculum. How did you cope up with your 12th in spite of losing out on your 11th? Like if I would say that solutions chapter, okay, how did you exactly, not knowing maybe molarity, which is being done in 11th standard, how did you cope up with the, same topics were there? So you
Whenever you thought, you kind of started with the basics. And if I did not understand the specific topic, just search it up or do it. Because I feel like when people say, okay, you need to do basics of chemistry to understand solutions, it's not full of it. Like it's certain topics which you just understand and then you can do it.
Okay. So that means it was not so bad after all. I mean, you could have caught it up as soon as possible.
Yeah, I mean, I did suffer like not knowing how to do electronic configuration and like DNF block and all of that. So I had to go back, learn those stuff, certain topics from the chapters which I needed.
So that means you worked really hard.
Yeah.
Yes. So it means that yes, probably you had to work a little harder compared to अगर तुम कर लेते थे 11th में तो शायद थोड़ा सा hard work कम होता था. Agreed with that? Yes. So you tell me, where did you lose that 5 marks of yours? MCQs or in the broad questions in the chemistry?
4 marks in MCQs.
4 marks MCQs. You're so confident that you lost 4 marks in the MCQs.
I knew I lost 4 marks in MCQs.
Okay. And the broad questions were, that means super fantastic.
Yeah, theory I was very confident, so I'm not sure whether 1 mark in theory went, but
Okay.
sure.
And see, you were basically an online student, so online is not so bad after all. You definitely scored very good marks.
Yeah, it's the same. Like it was nice.
Yeah, so that means, if you're true to yourself, true to what is going on in the class, you will never fall back like any offline student.
Yeah, like even like for me in 11th, Island was also online, but then there was like no interaction. If I join, I join. I don't join, I don't join. No one's gonna ask me anything. But tuitions, it's like much different. I have to like stay interacted or do the worksheet or like do the tests, and then that kind of keeps you going.
Oh, okay. That's nice. So one last piece of advice that you would like to give any other 12th standard student who is going to appear their board exams, like how many just a minute.
I think it's like I would say to anyone, even if you're in 11th and 12th, it's never too late to start. However bad you think your situation is, or however close your exams are, you just have to decide to start. You have to get your mindset that, okay, I am going to score this much, I'm going to try, I'm going to put in the effort, and then you can do it. If you've just given up, then nothing's going to happen either way. So might as well try.
Positive thinking.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, that's what positive thinking, attracts, law of attractions and positive thinking, and really works well. Right.
Yeah.
So you are pursuing engineering henceforth?
Yes.
Yes, good. So wishing you the very best of luck for your future endeavors. Take care. Thank you so much for being a part of this, session. Thank you so much, Sia.
Thank you, Mom.